Evan Thompson splits to the left for the Planets. Anthony Vargo wing to the left. Fuller. This time the handoff goes to Ben Chismar, and Chismar down to the 30 for a gain of 5. So there's another running back there with a rather famous last name at Mars.
Another Chismar.
Second down and 5, Planets. They're moving down the field here. 8:29 on a turning clock. First quarter, no score. Humes to the left. And again, the handoff goes to Rufner. Breaks a tackle inside the 25, inside the 10. Touchdown. Teddy Rufner takes it in from 30 yards out. The Planets on the board with 8:12 to go here in the first quarter. Just come right down the field. 60-yard drive, 5 plays, with Rufner doing a good bit of the work. Eli Wright to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Quinn Fuller. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 8:12 to go, first quarter, 7-0 Mars early on. Back to Saxonburg right after this timeout. So the Planets score early. Teddy Rufner from 30 yards out.
He had all but about 5 of the yards on that drive, I believe.
Yep, 60-yard drive, 5 plays. Kickoff to come here with 8:12 to go. Again, Washington and Johnson back deep for Knoch. And Wright to kick it away. Kickoff again, going to be fielded by Johnson at the 11-yard line. Johnson up, coming to the left, out across the 20, finds a seam to the 25. Well, it's fun to watch him run, Dave. His legs are long.
Yep, he's got a long stride. He's one of those guys that just kind of glides.
Gets it out to the 25. It'll be 1st and 10 Knoch. Heard Brandon Mowry say on the pregame that Knoch has to be happy getting the 2 or 3 yards, 3 or 4 yards a crack, and be very patient. It didn't happen on the first series. They went the wrong way. Johnson will split out wide to the right. As Washington comes up under center. And the handoff goes up the middle to Gavin McGowan. And McGowan will get to maybe the 30-yard line. And that's what they'll have to do, just punch it away. Up to the 29, gain of 4 for the Knoch Jr. Second down, 6 for the Knights. Johnson looks to the sideline, comes back into the huddle. McGowan in the backfield along with Buterbaugh and Inklovich on the wings in the triple option. Washington under center. Buterbaugh motion right. Handoff again to McGowan. Finds a hole. Here's McGowan out across the 40 and up to the 42-yard line. Nice big hole there for Gavin McGowan. So 17-yard pickup there.
Yeah, it'll move the chains.
Out to the 42, 1st and 10. For the Knoch offense. Washington again, Buterbaugh motion left to right. He's got the pitch. Tyler looking to turn it upfield. He's got room down the far sideline. 1st down and more as Buterbaugh takes it inside Mars territory and down to the Mars 44-yard line. That's another 14-yard pickup.
So the Knights might have seen something on that first series.
Well, they're going straight ahead. They're not going crossing, throwback kind of stuff. First and 10 Knights in Mars territory, just shy of just across the 45-yard line. Washington keeps it himself to the left, and not much there, as Keith will get maybe a yard or two. He always tends to get an extra yard somehow. And he stopped, and you'd think he got a yard, and then the next thing you know, he's got two. He's tough to bring down. And they'll put Keith down at the 43. I thought he had two, but that's more like a yard and a half. We'll give him two. Second down, long 8 for Knoch. This time, Inklovich comes back and turns around, goes back the other way. Little deception there for the Knights. Washington under center. Now Booterball goes that way, and they give it to McGowan. McGowan up the middle, runs into the middle of the defense of the Planets, but gets to the 39-yard line. That's a gain of 4. We'll bring up a third and about 5 to go for Knoch. Ball at the just inside the 40-yard line. Planets 4 down linemen. 9 guys in the box right now. It's Booterball motion right, and a handoff again to McGowan. McGowan's going to come close to the first down. They'll mark him just shy of the 35-yard line. He may be short of the first down by a half a yard.
Ooh.
It's going to be 4th down and 1.
4th down and...
Less than 1, but officially
4th down and a football.
And this could be just a Keith Washington keeper. Just follow Dustin Schlegel. Reese, Reed, and Pert. Logan Clem out there now on the offensive line.
Play clock's down to 5. They're going to have to hurry.
Washington. And Brandon Mowry sees the play clock and calls the timeout. Now that was a smart move by Coach Mowry. 4:59 to go here in the first quarter. Planets 7, Knoch nothing, but the Knights moving the ball. We're going to take a quick break and be back to Saxonburg right after this. You're listening to Knoch Football on WISR, WISR680.com, and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Back in Saxonburg, along with Dave Bacon, I'm Scott Briggs. Good to have you with us here on WISR. 4th down, less than a yard for Knoch at the Mars 35. It'll be 4th down and that less than a yard. See what the Knights do here to try to pick that up. You know, when you're 0-4 on the season, playing a tough Mars team, you got to go with what you can get. Here's Washington under center. He's going to keep it himself, comes forward, has the first down easily. Going to give him the 34-yard line and a Knoch first down. Keith came into the pile, then off to the left. And it'll be first down for the Knights. And this is not Keith Washington's first effort at quarterback. He played JV last year. He saw some action. He's a pretty good little quarterback. 1st and 10, Knoch. Washington under center. Motion near side. Inklovich. The pitch back goes to Zane. Looks to turn it upfield and does. Nice little stutter step will get him down to about the 32-yard line. Gain of 2, but that was a long way to go. Mars had that one pretty well stuffed out. Teddy Rufner over there along with Quinn Fuller. They put it just over the inside the 32. 2nd down and a long 7 yards to go. Again, J.J. Sobolski not available tonight, still recovering from last week's injury. There's McGowan up the middle, finds a hole. McGowan inside the 20, takes it down to the 15-yard line. Oh, Gavin McGowan having himself a good night so far.
And he was one step away from breaking that one, Scott.
17-yard pickup there for the Knights. 1st and 10 at the Mars 15-yard line. Nice work by the backfield thus far. Murphy splits to the left side. Buterbaugh goes motion, gets the pitch, gets a block in front. Buterbaugh trying to turn it inside the 10, able to stay on his feet and does go outside. Nice blocking ahead. Great job by Dalton Reed out front. And Buterbaugh will take it down to about the, what are you going to give him, the 9?
Yeah, so that's gain of what, 7?
6 or 7.
6 or 7 yards.
See, second down and a short 4. Inside the 10 are the Knoch Knights. Washington motion near side, gives it up the middle, and Gavin McGowan, no place to go there. Jordan Moser there on the tackle for the Planets. No gain, second down and goal. Or third down and 4, I'm sorry.
Getting ahead of ourselves there.
Well, the Planets now with a short field, they can put a lot more guys in the middle there. And out of the triple option set, Buterbaugh left, Inklovich right. Now Buterbaugh motion that way, and they give off to McGowan. He's inside the 5, and McGowan down to about the 3. It should be first and goal Knoch.
Now it's first and goal Knoch.
On a pickup of 6 there.
2:54 on the first quarter clock.
Nice job by the center of that Knoch offensive line. Opening up some holes.
Just
first and goal Knights.
Pushing bodies backwards.
Washington will set him up. Buterbaugh motion to the far side. Ball loose on the ground. And there's the fumbleitis. Knoch will keep it, but they'll lose a yard back to the 4. Just never got the snap clean. Looked like Keith came out of there and the ball just came free. Knoch dodges a bullet there. Second down and goal from the 4. Washington gives to McGowan right side. Big hole. McGowan to the end zone. Touchdown. Gavin McGowan from 4 yards out. So they'll move it a yard closer. They blew the whistle before the kick, so they couldn't count the kick. So it got Tristani a chance to warm up anyway. Zane Inklovich will hold since Sobalski's not available, and Tristani drills it up and through, and we're tied at 7. 1:57 to go in the first quarter. Back to Saxonburg after this 30-second timeout. Well, Dave, that may have been one of the best drives we've seen Knoch put on all season long.
Absolutely, Scott. Just almost mistake-free. One little exchange problem between the center and quarterback down there, but almost perfect.
And they did a great job by the offensive line getting the holes. Gavin McGowan running the ball. Everybody got into the act. And it was a solid return, solid answer to Mar's quick score. So the Knights will kick off, and the Planets will put 3 guys back, and they're not going to show where they're going to stand. Now they'll move, and Rufner in the middle. And Tristani will kick it down the left sideline. It'll be fielded at about the 11-yard line by Nesselrode. Nesselrode out to the 25, and the Planets will start there. $1:54 to go here in the first quarter. Planets with the ball, their second possession. Took them only 5 plays last time. And then Knoch answered. On a drive that took the better part of the little over 7 minutes. Or 6 minutes. So Quinn Fuller under center. He's going to hand the ball off to Rufner in the backfield. He's hit and dropped for no gain to the 20. Whole bunch of Knoch Knights in on that tackle. Jake Murphy leading the way. No gain for the Planets. Had to be 2 or 3 guys hit him first. Second down 10. Fuller under center. Fuller now second back coming to the near side, looking to turn upfield. Breaks away from one tackle and gets out close to the 30. That's Anthony Vargo. And Vargo will take it for 6 out to the 31-yard line. Knoch had a chance at him in the backfield, but he got away. Another good runner for the Planets.
I think he's their second runner.
Third down, 4 to go for Mars from their own 31-yard line.
As we turn under 50 seconds to play in quarter number 1. Tie score here.
Nesselrode with the play, comes in and splits to the left. Vargo and Rufner split in the backfield. Fuller, long count here. Takes the snap, gets it off to Rufner. No place to go. He runs into a pile of Knoch Knights at the 32. No gain on, well, maybe a yard, but it'll be 4th down and 3. And the Planets will send out the punt team, and we'll see the punt come at the start of quarter number 2. We've completed 1 in Saxonburg. It's Knoch and Mars tied at 7. Back here after this timeout, you're listening to Knoch Football and WISR, WISR680.com, and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Okay, thanks. I'll get us caught up a little bit.
Yeah. Fast quarter.
Yeah. What, 1 pass? 2 passes. 1 pass. 1 pass.
Yeah, 1 attempt, yeah.
And welcome back to Saxonburg. I'm Scott Briggs alongside Dave Bacon as we get started to start quarter number 2 here from Knoch High School. The Knoch Knights and the Mars Planets tied at 7. Planets on their second possession, forced to do a 3 and out, though they have yet to punt. They will kick from inside their 20. Fuller will do the kicking. Booterbaugh back inside his 40. Low snap, but handled and away. High punt. Booterbaugh backs up, fields it at the 30 and comes to his right. Now goes back to his left. Turns upfield at the 35. Booterbaugh gets out close to the 40. Tyler is not afraid to run that football.
No.
There's no question about it.
He's not afraid to run it into, under, around, or through other people.
A nice return of about 9 yards for Tyler out to the 39. 11:46 to go here in the first half.
Fast-moving first quarter, as we were talking during the break. Only 1 pass attempt.
Yeah.
1 penalty, that's it.
1st and 10 Knoch. Out in the triple option is Washington under center. And again, Gavin McGowan up the middle, and not much there. He gets a yard and then hit. Maybe 2 yards to the 42. Or 41-yard line. Give him the 41, gain of 2, second down 8. Somebody with a hard hit in the middle of that defense for the Planets. May have been Rufner. Second down 8 for Knoch. Washington, the handoff again to McGowan, and this time a little bit of a delay. He gets a couple of yards. Rufner again, the tackle at the 43. 2-yard gain there, so it'll be 3rd and long for Knoch. 3rd and 6. Xavier Johnson splits wide to the right. Jake Murphy to the left. A freshman and a sophomore at wide receiver. Washington, Booterbaugh in motion. They pitch to Boot. coming around the near side. Booterbaugh, he's going to be brought down at the 44. So great job by Mars. Raphael Bartley coming in along with Chris Dvorak to make the tackle at the 44. Gain of only a yard will be 4th and 5, and the Knights will have to punt. So both defenses getting a little tougher, Dave.
Yeah. Tightening it down. Mars offense had their way pretty much the first time they had the football. Knoch got the kickoff and a nice, slow, methodical grind downfield for points, and we're tied at 7.
Inklovich to punt from his 30. Gets it away. Mars will let it bounce, takes a little bit of a knock roll, and then goes sideways. And we'll be down at about the 27-yard line. So with 9:56 to go here in the first half, and the score tied at 7, Mars will get the ball back at their own 27. This is kind of like what you think you would see at a Knoch Mars game. And neither team's going to throw the ball all over the field. Evan Thompson to the right.
They're just going to run right at each other.
There's a pitch right side going to Rufner. Trying to get him out in the open. He turns the corner and then is stopped on the corner. Jake Murphy up with the tackle. Washington helping out. But he'll get about 5 yards to the 32. Planets with substitution and one of their linemen with a helmet issue. So Chismar now in the backfield along with Rufner. And Rufner with the ball drops it. It's on the ground. The Knoch Knights have it.
That exchange never really happened 100%, Scott.
Xavier Johnson with the fumble recovery.
He was on his stomach on the field and just reached a big paw out and scooped it in. And the Knights have great field position at the 30, inside the 31.
Well, that ball laid there for the longest time before Johnson could react and get his hand out there to get it. So Knoch with an opportunity here. Back to throw Washington. Pressure off the outside. Washington throwing down the middle. He's got a man down there. Inklovich at the 5. Cuts back to the left. Touchdown, Knoch.
Inklovich was all by himself waiting for that pass. Caught Mars totally by surprise.
Boy, and give Keith Washington credit. He stood in there and let that thing go as he got drilled. And then Inklovich with the nice moves down around the 10 takes it in, and the Knoch Knights take the lead with the extra point to come. And the kick goes wide left. So with 9 minutes to go here in the first half, it's Knoch 13 and Mars 7. Keith Washington with his first touchdown, well, his second touchdown pass in as many games. It's 13-7 Knoch. Back to Saxonburg after this 30-second timeout. Well, you certainly hope that extra point miss doesn't come back to haunt you.
But the Knights have a lead, and we will take it.
And that is something that has not happened much this season. And not many people would have given you the chance that that would happen tonight.
But it's Knoch and Mars.
It's Knoch and Mars. So Knoch takes advantage of the fumble by the Planets. And now Brendan Tristani to kick it off. And Tristani's kick comes downfield. It's going to be fielded over on the far side. Coming upfield with the ball is Evan Thompson. He comes through a pile with a nice return out to the 38-yard line before Kyle Lauster is able to make the tackle. So Mars now with the ball back.
They'll put it down at the 40.
8:54 to go. First half, 13-7 Knoch.
I believe it's Knoch's first lead of the season.
Is it really?
I believe it is.
First and 10 Planets from the 40. And back to throw, rolling right. Pass into the flat, caught by Rufner. He'll make the catch out at about the 45-yard line for a gain of 5. The pass from Quinn Fuller.
Fuller was looking downfield. He had a guy streaking down the far sideline, but he was blanketed well by the Knoch secondary.
First pass for the Planets. Second down and 5. Tim Humes comes to the left. Can you get that heavy backfield of Chismar and Rufner? And Rufner straight up the middle, finds a hole, bounces it to the outside, breaks into the free. Rufner heading downfield, gets away from a couple of Knoch Knights. He's going to take that one in and score. Teddy Rufner with a nice move to really confuse a couple of Knights at the 15. He made them trip over each other. And Rufner takes that one 55 yards. So Mars answers just as quickly. That should put him about 100 yards on the night already. But boy, did he do a number on the Knoch defenders downfield. Sort of ran one right into the other, and the extra point is up, and the Planets missed that one. So we're tied at 13. Both teams miss an extra point. But a quick touchdown by Mars. So really, we've had 3 touchdowns in... Well, we've had 2 touchdowns in less than a minute.
Yeah, about less than 30 seconds, actually. The other one was at 9 minutes.
So that one's a 60-yard TD drive in 2 plays. $8:36 to go, first half, 13-13. Boy, Rufner got through that line, Dave, and he just was able to outrun people.
Yeah. He's got some moves, too. He took a couple guys out of their shoes right there.
And I can't say I've ever seen that happen before. So we'll have a kickoff coming again. Eli Wright to kick it off for Mars. Johnson and Washington back deep for Knoch. Here we go. It's a night of kickoffs. This is a line drive. Johnson goes through his fingertips and rolls into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. That's a line drive kick, too.
Yeah, that was hard. I was surprised he tried to catch it like he did.
And had he caught it, he would have had a decent return because it got there so fast.
Yeah, outkicked the coverage, but that was a whistler.
So from the 20, 8:34 to go here in the first half, and Knoch will have the ball again. Come out in that triple option set. Planets now with 5 guys right along the line of scrimmage. Booter ball motion far side, handoff McGowan up the middle, and McGowan out to the 23 or 24-yard line. So give him the 20. I thought he had the 24, but they give him the 23. Second down, 7. Gavin McGowan's been doing a great job out of that spot tonight. Inklovich goes in motion and comes back. Looks at his wrist, see what time it is. And Washington waits, takes the snap again. It's McGowan through the middle to the 25-yard line. Gain of 2, third down and 5, so another third and long for Knoch. Well, third and medium. I'd like to get that third and less than 4 at worst. So the Knights will need 5 here. And Johnson will be the wide receiver near side, short side of the field as Washington steps under center. Inklovich in motion. Washington on a keeper and loses the ball. Mars has it at the 20. Washington had the ball stripped away from him, and Mars gets the recovery at the 20. And there it is.
So the teams exchange turnovers.
Well, that was a great defensive play by Mars. Give him credit. The Planets, Keith Washington was in trouble when he went back and knew it and was trying to pitch it, and Mars just sort of reached out, stripped it away. So Planets first down and 10 at the Knoch 20, 7:22 to go first half. Tie ball game. The handoff to Rufner off the right side, and he'll get a yard, maybe two, inside the 20 to the 18. One of the Planets hobbling back to the line of scrimmage there, one of the big linemen. That Remy Kofrit?
Could be. He ended up on the ground behind the Knoch defensive line.
Second down 9. Planets will send Noah Nesselrode out to the right. Rufner the single setback. Motion man to the far side is Vargo. And rolling right, they go a little wraparound handoff to Rufner. He's got blockers in front and another touchdown. Indiana ran that same play last week, that Statue of Liberty wraparound.
Yep.
Whatever you call it.
Had everybody fooled.
So another touchdown for Teddy Rufner. That on an 18-yard run, but flag is down. And it will not count. Planets will be marked off 15. I missed the penalty. Or marked off 10. Must have been a hold somewhere. So back to the 23 on the penalty. So points off the board for the Planets. That was a nice play, though.
Yeah, it was. Successful, except for the flag.
And same formation, same movement for the Planets. Pitch right side to Rufner. Looking to turn the corner. And from behind, taken out of bounds. Nevin Peart takes Rufner out after a gain of about 4 or 5.
He just ran him down. Wow.
And just sort of clotheslined him out of bounds almost. Down to the 18, so they got 5 of it back. It'll be 3rd down and 8. Now a short 8 at that. Boy, whoever was the wide receiver out there just destroyed whoever was defending him from Knoch. Just leveled him with a block. Nesselrode out to the near side. Rufner again in the backfield. And rolling left, looking to throw. Firing into the end zone. Pass is caught down at the goal line. That's Chris Dvorak at the 1, 1st and goal, Mars. So another completed pass for Quinn Fuller, and the Planets set it up 1st and goal. Hit that big tight end.
And he is.
And he is, yes. So Rufner gets the ball off the right side easily into the end zone for the Mars touchdown. With 5:06 to go here in the first half, Planets back in the lead on Rufner's TD run of 1 yard. And you don't have to go for 2 here because both teams are tied. So Eli Wright will attempt the extra point. Ball is down, kick is up, on its way and through. So with 5:06 to go, it's Mars 20, Knoch 13, back to Saxonburg right after this timeout. Well, Planets take advantage of the Knoch fumble and go 20 yards. Ended up being 5 plays after Rufner's 18-yard run was called back on a hold. They get the pass down to the goal line to Dvorak, and then the touchdown from Rufner. And the kickoff to come again. Right, again, pretty much a deep kick's going to go into the end zone. No return. Knoch starts at the 20.
Fast-moving game here, so we got a little over 5 minutes to go in the half.
3 or 4 passes, that's been it.
2 penalties I have, 1 on each side.
Yeah, very well played game. And the Knoch offense now back on the field. See if they can bring back some of that magic they had in the first quarter with that long drive. They'll set it up at their own 20-yard line. Washington, receiver to the left is Johnson. Now Washington, quickly the turnaround to give is to McGowan to the 22. And Mars, I think, pretty much spying on Gavin McGowan right now. Second down, a long 8. 20-13 Planets. Johnson right side. Washington is back to throw. Looking, now throwing down the far side. And he's got Inklovich again wide open at the 40, 45, 50. And Inklovich running out of bounds at midfield and into Mars territory.
He just ran out of real estate there. If he'd have had another 2 yards along that sideline, he'd still be running.
That's a 50-yard pickup. No, not quite. 40-yard pickup. At the 48-yard line of Mars, 1st and 10 Knoch. My math is awful. 1st and 10 Knights in Mars territory. 4:27 to go here, first half, trailing 20-13. Pitch right side, Booterbaugh. He cuts it back inside, puts his head down, and gets yardage to the 47. Only a gain of 1. Mars has that played out well, and they tackle so well. And Tyler's such a big guy, too.
Yeah, he just put his head down and tried to blow a hole through there, and as you said, sure tackling by the Planets.
Yeah, the pitch outs haven't worked nearly as well as the quick stuff. Second down, 9. Washington sets up his squad. Inklovich goes in motion, and McGowan's got it again. Inside the 45, barely to the 44, gain of 3. Another third down and long for Knoch. Mars, whoever's supposed to be picking up the back out of the backfield with Inklovich hasn't been doing it. Because Zane has been open. See if they go back to that again. Third down, let's call it 6. Ball at the 44-yard line. Booterbaugh comes in motion back to the near side. Back to throw is Johnson. Johnson across the middle. It's going to be picked off. At the 30, coming back down the other way and out of bounds with it is Raphael Bartley.
He took a hit.
It almost looked like he was out of bounds when he took that hit. That was a wicked hit.
I think we're going for Inklovich again. He was open for a minute, but somebody, Bartley, following the quarterback's eyes, was able to step in front.
Perfectly. So Knoch, with their second turnover of the game, gives the Mars Planets the ball at their own 42-yard line with 3:11 to go in the first half, trailing 20-13 to Mars. Thompson now will split out wide to the right. Fuller is under center. The double wing set. Motion man to the right, Vargo, and Fuller's back to throw. Fuller rolling right, pressure comes from Booterbaugh, and he can't bring him down. Fuller will throw the ball. It'll be caught downfield by Chismar inside the 40. There's a flag down, and I think Booterbaugh's going to get flagged. Now they're going to pick up the flag. No flag. They're going to think they were going to maybe flag him for a horse collar, but there was no tackle.
There was no tackle, right.
But Mars, anyway, gets the ball down inside the Knoch 40 at the 39. And a nice job by Quinn Fuller to stay with it. But Booterbaugh almost had him back there.
Yeah, he did. He was going down. He managed to shake the tackle off.
I think if he does go down, the flag stays, and we get called for the horse collar. And Tyler knew it, too, when he came up. He was upset with himself for missing that. 1st and 10 Planets. 3 minutes to go. First half. Pitch to Rufner coming left. Looks for a hole outside. Gets a block on the corner inside the 30 and out at the 27-yard line. Is that where they mark it? Yeah, 27.
27, yep.
Pickup of 12 for Rufner, who's well over 100 yards tonight. First and 10 Planets. 2:53 to go. Mars looking to add to their lead before halftime. Fuller under center, single setback is Rufner. Single receiver to the left side. Knoch showing a blitz. Motion man near side, rolling right. Again is Fuller. He's being chased by Peart. Turns upfield. Now tucks it away inside the 20 and out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. So Quinn Fuller with the run. Big, tall, 6'2" junior quarterback.
Yeah, he'll be back next year.
Yeah, 6'1", 210. Or 6'2", 210. Puts it down at the 15 where it'll be 1st and 10 Planets. Another 12-yard pickup. Well, this coming after the interception by the Planets. 2 backs in the backfield for Fuller. And a timeout taken by by Knoch.
So the Knights with 1 timeout left. Planets with all 3.
20-13. Mars in the lead. 2:44 to go first half. Back after this 30-second timeout. Welcome back here to Saxonburg, along with Dave Bacon. I'm Scott Briggs. Good to have you with us here on WISR, also online at WISR680.com and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. And also for those of you watching on the Knoch YouTube channel, picking up tonight's game. 2:44 to go first half, 20-13. Planets in the lead. Took advantage of Knoch's fumble on their last possession to score. See if they can take advantage of an interception here, as the ball sits just shy of the 15-yard line, 1st and 10. 3 receivers, and out of the shotgun is Fuller. First time we've seen that formation tonight. Chismar, slow motion left. They hand it off to Rufner. Looks for a hole on the side and takes it down inside the 10 before he's run down there by Nevin Peart. And see who gets up from the ball. It's probably Dalton Reed. Maybe Booterbaugh in there too. Ball down at the 9, pickup of 6, 2nd down and 4. Clock down to 2:20 to go first half. Receiver to the left, and a handoff to Rufner into the pile. Breaks a couple of tackles inside the 5 and down to the 3. That'll be a 1st and goal for the Planets.
He scooted out from under a tackle that would have stopped him for a loss, actually, there, Scott. Was able to squirm away. Under 2 minutes.
Planets looking to go up by 2 scores here.
They get the ball to start the second half.
All right, 3-back backfield now. Fuller hands it off to the left side. That's going to go to Rufner, and he's got his 4th touchdown of the night. Teddy Rufner from 3 yards out with 1:40 to go. And the Planets now up 26-13. Taking advantage of 2 Knoch turnovers. One took them 5 plays. This one took them 6. Extra point. Good. 1:40 to go first half. 27-13 Mars in the lead here in Saxonburg. And again, Dave, Knoch's bugaboo all season long has been the turnovers.
Yeah, the fumble, that one was a little worse than the pick out here, because they were going to what they were able to score on before. That's going to Inklovich. And he was open there for a bit, but Bartley saw that pass coming. He watched the quarterback the whole time and just jumped the pass.
And so the Planets take advantage. And Teddy Rufner, 4 touchdowns tonight and well over 100 yards rushing. So we'll see the Planets kick it off yet again here with 1:40 to go. Mars with 2 timeouts remaining. Knoch with 2 timeouts remaining. So that was a Mars timeout, the last one. And Eli Wright to kick it off. A nice long kick. Johnson will step back, and he'll take it into he comes out of the end zone with him. And Johnson out across the 20, 25 to the 30, maybe the 31. I thought once you went into the end zone, you couldn't bring it back out.
There's something about backward momentum carrying you in when you're trying to bring a ball in.
So a good return by Johnson out to the 31-yard line. Knoch, though, with only 1.5 minutes to go. Here in the first half, Planets led 7-0. And Knoch tied it at 7 and took a 13-7 lead. That's been all Planets since. There's McGowan off the left side, and again wrapped up and spun down. Chismar on that tackle. See if they give him the 34-yard line. Almost a 35.
Almost a 35, yeah.
Second down and the better part of 7, or better part of 6. Receiver near side. Washington going to keep it himself. Now pitches back to Inklovich, who's got people back there from the other team waiting on him. That one goes nowhere. That pitch back has not worked tonight at all.
Mars smelled that one out, and they had that backfield flooded on that side.
So that'll move it back inside the 30 to the 27-yard line. So they lose 7 on that one. Mars will take another timeout to stop the clock with 48 seconds to go, and Knoch looking at a 3rd and long.
And Mars wants the ball back to close out the half.
And Mars is keying on that back. When he goes back like that on that pitch, the sort of an option, and they're there. There just is no place for anybody to go. And the Planets have done well defensively, preparing for Knoch on that specific play.
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget, coming up next Friday night, the Knoch Knights back home here in Saxonburg will take on the Plum Mustangs. We'll have all the action for you here on 680. Beginning at 6:30 with the Coach's Show with head coach Brandon Mowry. 6:45 live right here, and then 7 o'clock we've got the kickoff. And then coming up here at halftime, it's homecoming for Knoch. For those of you watching on the YouTube, you'll get to see that. Beautiful night for it.
Yeah, we're very, very fortunate for that. There's been homecomings here and senior nights here where we've been in the snow, the ice, the sleet, high wind.
3rd down, 15 to go for Knoch, or 14. Washington with 2 backs to the left, single back McGowan, he's back to throw. Washington rolling right, looking to throw. Now Keith takes off with it. Going to try to run and is tripped up by Dvorak and goes down at the 29-yard line. And Mars will stop the clock with 40 seconds to go.
He almost outran Dvorak.
He almost did. If he's able to break that, he might have had some room to run, but nobody to throw to. So with the timeout on the field, 40 seconds to go.
Chris Dvorak is, again, he is also only a junior. Will be back next year. Tight end, defensive end at 6'6", 225.
Yeah, and pretty quick.
For a big man, yeah.
Tough when you got that gun on the end to try to throw over him. Not easy either. 40 seconds to go, first half.
The Planets out of timeouts. They'll be receiving the punt here. And obviously trying to put some more points on the board before the half.
So Inklovich to punt from his 15-yard line. Gets the pressure comes, but Inklovich able to get it away. Bounce and sort of take a Knoch bounce, roll inside the 40. Knoch will just sort of let it go and goes dead at the 37-yard line. Planets will have 30 seconds.
No timeouts.
Try to make something happen here at the end of the first half. Planets with 4 Teddy Rufner touchdowns here in the first half. And out of the huddle they'll come. And a little confusion there as they get 4 receivers in the pattern, and Quinn Fuller now steps under center. Fuller back to throw, and then the wrap around again to Rufner, but Knoch front line not fooled. They're waiting for it, but Rufner still able to get about 12 yards out close to midfield at the 49. Planets will come to the line as they set the ball and start the clock and spike it with 21 seconds to go. Again, they do that wraparound. And Dalton Reed was right there, but he ran out of the Dalton Reed tackle.
He just kept dragging guys with him.
Second down and 10 from just shy of midfield for Mars. 21 seconds and no timeouts. Again, they'll put 4 receivers in the pattern. Fuller out of the shotgun. Fuller back to throw this time, looking, throwing down the far sideline. It's got a man down there, and it's off his fingertips at the 20-yard line. Intended out there for Ben Chismar. Nice throw.
Yeah.
Should have been caught. Dropped it in exactly where it needed to be. And so it'll bring up third down and 10. 14 and a half seconds to go. You really have to go deep something. You just don't have enough time to get up to the ball and spike it. Not going to have much time left. Again, 4 receivers, 3 to the wide side of the field. Fuller pitches right side to Rufner, who's looking for blockers, and Rufner into a pile and down at the 42-yard line, and that should about do it. For the first half, they'll not be able to get to the line of scrimmage and run a play.
It'll stop it with about 2 seconds to go.
Who stopped it?
The officials over there stopped it.
I thought they were out of timeouts.
They don't have any. No, they are out of timeouts.
So how is Mars able to stop the clock here with 1.8 seconds left to go? Unless that other timeout was Knoch and not Mars.
Well, they have it up there as no timeouts
but the
on the
scoreboard
scoreboard.
Doesn't count. It's the official on the field. He just looked at his little card. And my guess is that last timeout was taken down at the Knoch end of the field was a Knoch timeout, not a Mars timeout.
Okay.
Although it shows Knoch with just 1 remaining, so.
They changed that. They just changed that now.
So the Planets have 1 play here, 4th down in the yard. They're 42 yards away from pay dirt. Fuller back to throw. Fuller running to his left, looking downfield, pumps once, and then just sort of throws it away, and that's it. End of the first half. Planets with a big comeback lead the Knoch Knights 27-13. We'll be back here to Saxonburg to recap first half action for you coming up right after these messages. they use that, plug that microphone in and use that microphone. Well, back here at Saxonburg, along with Dave Bacon, I'm Scott Briggs. Good to have you with us here on 680. At halftime, the Mars Planets with a 27-13 lead over Knoch. And a game that started out, Planets, with Knoch with a 3 and out, didn't take Mars long. They went 60 yards in 5 plays. Teddy Rufner's 30-yard run, capped off a 60-yard drive at 8:12 to go in the first quarter. And it was 7-0, and it looked like, all right, Mars in control of this one. But Knoch got the ball at their own 25, and a nice drive, probably one of the best drives of the year for the Knoch Knights. Down the field, 14 plays, Gavin McGowan from 4 yards out. Just a very solid drive by Knoch. And they tie the game at 7-7 with 1:57 to go in the first half, or in the first quarter. Then after a couple of changes of possession, Planets got the ball at their own 27, and on second down, fumbled it away. Knoch recovered. Xavier Johnson with the recovery at the 27 or at the 31-yard line. And then on first down, Keith Washington, 31-yard touchdown pass to Zane Inklovich. The extra point was missed, but Knoch had the lead 13-7. Didn't last long. Planets able to take the next kickoff and did a 60-yard drive as Teddy Rufner ripped off 55 yards. And less than 30 seconds later, we're tied back up at 13 as the Planets missed the extra point. Next possession for the Knights, third play. They fumble it away at their own 20-yard line. Would take the Planets 5 plays. Rufner in from a yard out, 20-13. Knoch then would get the ball, start moving back down the field again, got into Mars territory. But a interception by the Planets, a return to the Knoch 42. And then the Planets took that one in 6 plays later as Rufner went in from 3 yards out. Extra point good, 27-13. And that's where we are right now, Dave. Knoch still looking pretty good in this one, but the turnovers again.
The turnovers, it's been an entertaining football game here tonight, though, Scott. They're hanging right in there. Would it not be for the 2 turnovers, they'd be just neck and neck with the Planets right now at halftime.
And when you look at the way the game has gone, it seems like Mars is getting their momentum going. They seem to be picking up, that ability to get those big yards when they need it, starting to mix up some plays. We see Quinn Fuller starting to throw a little bit more. Mars becoming much more comfortable, and we saw that on that last drive.
Yeah, we did, and we hope Knoch can reciprocate on this, but Mars gets the kickoff to start the second half here, so their offense will be back on the field just when they're hitting their stride.
And Teddy Rufner, I'm sure, well over 100 yards in this game so far. 4 touchdowns. He's the real deal.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Just like every running back at Mars before him, just a real tough running kid.
All right, we are at halftime, the Knoch Band performing, and we have homecoming ceremonies. And for those of you watching on YouTube, we'll bring those to you. For those of you listening on the radio and on the internet, it's time for the Trib Live High School Sports Halftime Show with Don Rebel. And then we'll be back to Saxonburg for the second half here in just a bit. You're listening to Knoch Football here on WISR, WISR680.com, and the Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Captain Paige Penn and quartermaster Victoria Miller. Knockout captains. To close our show this evening with a hot swing chart from their album Kings of Gangster Bop, Royal Crown Review came on the scene hot and heavy in the early 90s, and they gained more fame and notoriety by their appearance in the 1994 Jim Carrey film The Mask. So put on your swing dress and your zoot suit, and hey, your mask, and join us on the field as we dance the night away with Royal Crown Review's Hey, Pachuco, featuring Braden Sloan on trumpet.
Homecoming queen is Miss Quinn Hughes. Congratulations, Caleb and Quinn. Let's have a nice round of applause for the 2020-2021 Homecoming King and Queen.
Go ahead and pull it through.